Okay. It says now I am live, which usually means I'm just live on Facebook, but we have to wait a second before I'm live there. Now I'm live on Instagram. How can I be in two places at once when I'm not anywhere at all? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, dogs, puppies, squirrels, emus, but no snakes. We don't allow any snakes in here. Wow, we got four people jumped right on there. Hi there, all you four people. We got Katya and Jessica and Goddess DeSola and Bobby Shooter Boy and all kinds of. Instagram is just a fun house, a madhouse. It's a madhouse, I tell you. It's a madhouse today, and that's all there is to it. Here, I got hollered at last week because I didn't update this banner. Let me fix this banner. Boy, man, you people are so tough. Okay, where's that banner? I don't see that banner. Show that. Okay, take that down. Huh. Wonder why that still says 328. It shouldn't say 328. That's not the name of the show tonight. The show tonight is Thursday Thoughts on 4/18, because that's where we are. We have made it all the way to the 18th of April without doing anything foolish to ourselves. In case you don't know, my name is Ron. I am Ron O from Boudoir by Ron O. And I come on here every Thursday night just to share some thoughts. Hi, Linda. This is my landlord at my studio. Join me. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Um, I share some thoughts about uh, photography, boudoir photography in particular. And that scared them all away. And I also share some thoughts on why you should get some boudoir photography and thoughts on what I'm thinking in general and just some what things are going on with me. Not that anybody cares, but here I am anyway. It's Thursday. It's a little after 7 o'clock. And I am Ron O from Boudoir by Ron O. And as I started to say, this month we are all about glam. Now, I don't mean glam as in share screen. I've got a window here that has it. I don't know where he went. I have to find him. Oh well, we'll find him eventually. Okay. Um, but I don't mean glam like, 70s rock glam. I don't mean David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, um, or even Queen, although those were all great bands. Actually, it was only two great bands. Ziggy Stardust and David Bowie are the same person. I know that. You should know that because your life may depend on it someday. But there are lots and lots and lots of definition of glam because glam in its basic form just stands for glamorous. And to me, boudoir photography is all about making you glamorous. There's no hope for me. We've given up on me being glamorous altogether. However, there is hope for you. No matter your age, no matter what shape you're in, no matter what your life has brought you, no matter how worn down or gorgeous or ugly you think you are still glamorous, because women, by their very nature, are glamorous. And that simply means that given the right circumstances, there is a magic, there is a power of the human spirit that is embedded in women that just comes out and shines through when you put women in situations where they can express themselves truly, boldly, and factually for who they are. That could be Linda back again. I see Rental Studio 510. Or it could be me. I don't know. I don't even know where I am anymore. But you are glamorous. Believe me when I say that. And if you are glamorous, that means we can take glam photo shots, photos of you. Know that glam is not the only style of boudoir that there is. Okay, there are lots of different styles of boudoir. Just that this month, the blog post that I wrote for my blog on boudoirbyrono.com, you see it running across the bottom of the screen there. My blog post is entirely about glam and why glam is important for you and why capturing that glam in a boudoir photo shoot is important for you. It has a lot to do with being able to be, I think, a little bit bigger than we let ourselves be in just ordinary life. There's something when you get your glam on that just says, hey, I'm here. Now, when I get my glam on, I do it with my personality. I don't often dress up. I mean, glam for me is I wear a button-down shirt and pants that don't have elastic waist. That's glamorous if I'm going out someplace special with somebody special. But women tend to do a lot more than that when they get their glam on. But it's not about the physically making yourself look, quote unquote, better. What our society tells us is better. It's about making yourself seen. It's about making yourself stand out in the crowd. My basic mode is I am an introvert. I don't go to parties and put myself out there. I'm not much of a socializer. But when I feel the need, when I feel like I have just been pushed down about as far as I can be pushed down, I have to break out what I call Big Ron. Okay. If you meet me in everyday life, you won't see me ever talking this fast or this loudly or this impassionedly unless we're talking one to one. But sometimes I want the room to turn their head, to see me, to see what I have to offer. And the way I do that is with my glam. I clean up pretty good. I'm not a pretty man. I am not. I know that. But I clean up pretty good. And when I put in that effort and I'm with someone who makes me feel that special feeling, I can feel my glamour coming out. I can feel that bigger version of me that says, hey, look, I'm not just Ron who sits in a corner and takes pictures, mumbling quietly to himself like some sort of crazed, delusional idiot. I am bigger than that. I am special. And you are special. That's what glam is all about, is trying to find your own flavor of special. How do we together get you to that point where all of that power, all of that magic, all of that wisdom, and all of that special that is inside of you is just glowing out of your face, out of your posture, out of your body. And that's what I do with boudoir photography. That's what boudoir photography is all about, is no longer disappearing into the woodwork. Especially as we age in this society, there's a myth that goes around that your life, your glamour is done when you turn 25 years old. And that's simply not true. You haven't done any of the fun things yet. You haven't. You have dressed up, but you haven't discovered that magic. You haven't discovered the core of steel that is inside of you to get through life no matter what. And yes, sometimes it knocks us down. Sucks. Sucks big time when that happens. But when you're 25, it knocks you down and it hurts. And you sit there and you go, oh God, this hurts. Oh, it's so hard. When you get to be an adult, you don't have time for that. You don't have time for things that knock you down to interrupt your life. You got things to do. You've got places to be. You've got a life to live. So go out there, find something special, find one little piece. It's in your house right now. You know it is. Find that one little thing that you can put on, to wear, or use as makeup, or maybe it's a pair of shoes, or maybe it's just a saying that you keep in your head that gives you that extra piece of strength, that extra spark of magic that says, hey, I got my glam on and you can't do anything about it. I will be here again next week. If you like anything that I said, be sure you like, follow, blah, blah, blah. Do all those things you're supposed to do on social media to make me look like I'm more important than I am. Please. But in the meantime, you be good to yourself. Be kind to other people and become the person that you would like to meet. Peace out.